HSOH, we are going to be doing our first webinar, and we have a date for it, which is Saturday 5th of September, and we're doing it on Greenwich Mean Time at 6 p.m. The plan is that it's going to be about 90 minutes, and the thing is with me, I like to do everything off cuff, but I do have an outline of what we're going to be covering on this live webinar. So I'm going to look at my list because I'm going to talk about briefly how I became a hypnotherapist, which is almost 17 years ago now, and what made me decide it was a career that I wanted to take. The ironic thing is, up until 17 years ago, I was an average of 2 years in each job that I did, and then I'd change. So I'm going to cover what made me decide hypnotherapy was something I wanted to offer to clients. And the thing is, over the years, you know, for any of you that are hypnotherapists, we have our training, and then basically what I love about hypnotherapy is it's self-regulated. So I then started developing my own way of working, as I'm sure all of you hypnotherapists do, because it's such a creative job. And the way I like to think of hypnotherapy is people pay us to tell them how brilliant they are. I've just finished working with a guy a moment ago before I turned this video on to make a quick little recording in between clients. And he came up and he just looked and he said, wow, I don't know how you've given me a choice now. I've been going down one path all my life, and now I realise there's another path that I can go down, a more positive path. It's one of the things that I think is absolutely great, is we give people the opportunity to choose. So I'll be talking about how I've developed the formula that I tend to work with clients, because unlike a lot of schools, I know what I'm going to do when a client arrives. I don't make it up as I go along. I literally know I have a formula that I follow and a process. And when I actually teach hypnotherapists, I actually teach them my formula, which then I hope they go on and they develop it to fit in with their skill set. My biggest passion is the ID motor response. To me, when I was in training, I remember, I can even see it now, sat on the sofa, and the first teacher that I had, she sat there and she spent some time on the IMR, the ID motor response, and then she said, but don't bother learning it because it doesn't work. And I was sat there thinking, there's a technique that bypasses the conscious analytical mind and is a direct link to the subconscious. I spent ages, years developing the IMR, the way I facilitate it, and I'll be talking about that on the live webinar. And why use regression? You hear this so much. Don't regress. I tend to disagree. So I will be talking about why to use regression, and the fact, because of this lockdown, we are now offering live online training, and I'll be honest, it's absolutely fantastic. I've got a course on Saturday that I'll be teaching. What am I teaching? Hypnogastric band, one of my favourites. And what I love is all the people bing, 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 bing pop up on the screen all over the country. I absolutely love it. It's just amazing. Technology is amazing. So I'll be talking about my online training and, of course, my absolute passion, the HSOH fully accredited diploma. I'm hoping some people will be joining us and watching and just asking questions, because we're hoping to have questions, and I'm hoping that it will be really successful. So if you're interested on our live online training, have a look on my blog on www.hsoh.co.uk, and you can book your place. Okay, have a really good month.